Hello everyone, I'm back. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer, forge, recorder videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to the Monday edition of my bi-weekly behind-the-scenes DMLA live stream, Crafting the Deep, which I build right and prepare for our next session of Call from the Deep. My cat is screaming. I just fucking fed you, man. God, if you're playing characters Gottwald, Max Sabra, or Torvald, this video is not meant for you. It'll be full of spoilers, but for the rest of you, welcome. Except for my cat. Fuck off. We stream our D&D sessions live on YouTube. He's an old man. He's very cranky on YouTube every Friday evening. Join our official Discord server with info link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. For our campaign, we use Roll20. Streaming, I use OBS Studio. It might be because I'm eating leftover Thanksgiving pie. This fucking pie. It's like hilarious. And it is a giant slice of pumpkin and a giant slice of pecan. And I've slathered them with whipped cream, and I'm just going to eat them in front of all of you because I'm kind of an asshole. And I'm trying not to have, I really want to have coffee with this pie, like, so badly. But I'm trying to consume less coffee in the evenings, so I'm not so wired and I get better sleep. We'll just rely on the sugar. Honestly, I forgot we had this. I've been eating leftovers. For some reason, the pies were, like, shoved to the back of the fridge or something. And it was like last night or today. He's like, you gotta eat these pies. I was like, shit, I gotta eat these pies. I'm gonna eat them tonight. I do the crafting the deep. Alright, so it's been a while since we've done this. I did finally get the dynamic lighting done in the lower right corner of this Gigundo Ascarle map. We've talked a lot about the left side of the map, where I presume the party will be journeying towards next, especially when I start pinging all of those brains that they will be hunting for throughout the map. We're just going to close off this area down in the lower left completely, because I couldn't really make much sense of it, and yeah, we don't need it. There's so much here. And I don't think they'll be making their way into the middle dome area, at least yet. And I still am trying to work out, like, how the final ending sequence is going to go. That might depend on just kind of what the players end up doing and how we can interact with Slarkrathel and how that kind of goes. So we'll just see whether, like, we do a final battle on the top side with the ruins, or if we teleport the Elder Brain into here and do some kind of battle in there, or maybe do both. I don't know what'll happen there, but we'll get to there when we get to there. But I figure the second area I should prepare should be this place, because technically they could go here first instead of going north towards that brain. There'll be another brain in the Illithid layer here. Once they choose one way or the other, that will then give me more clues to where they'll go next, I guess. But literally, this is the very first time they're stepping foot in this dungeon, so I'm not going to be quite sure. By the way, this area was a nightmare to do dynamic lighting for. Look at all these curves. Now, I'm a man who likes curves, but this is just such a pain in the ass to do with dynamic lighting with the little paint tool on Roll20. It was horrendous and awful. There's literally, like, not a straight line fucking in here, like barely any. And I don't know what kind of superior alien race would be using so many curves. It's not efficient use of space at all. Look at all this empty space for no reason. I don't... This place isn't holding water. You don't need the arches and the curves. What are you doing? It does look alien, I guess. I don't know why. What I haven't done, though, is really done a deep dive into this area again, populated it with all the creatures, and, you know, we're cutting the second floor, so that means we need to possibly take some things from that room, including the brain, and put it onto this first floor. There's 9 rooms on the second floor that we're going to get rid of and go here. So this is supposed to be this area, and in the middle, Elder Brain chambers are the main, like, Illithid factory alien shit going on here, which hopefully won't have to change too much, because I expect that's something I definitely want to be showing off here in this dungeon. The entrance dome features 2 mutant Sawagan Baron thralls that guard the chamber. They're armed with magic items. Each of them wears a Mind Carapace plate mail. Gives them an AC of 18. Mind Carapace plate mail. To instead where the armor grants advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, and makes its wearer immune to the frightened condition. Okay, it's legit. Each wields a Mind Blade Greatsword. Plus 7 to hit, reach 5 hit, dealing 3d6 plus 4 slashing damage, plus 2d6 psychic damage on a hit. Okay. Well, that's an interesting way to just tweak those creatures. Just give them magic items. The tricky thing about just giving magic items to your enemies, though, is like this isn't Baldur's Gate or something where players are accustomed to getting a lot of magic items all the time. So if you give them magic items, then don't the players get them? Or are these magic items like detonate upon upon the creature's death, which you could maybe do that. Like maybe they can only be wielded by the thrall. In fact, I think it says, okay, it actually does say that in the hands of any other creature, the Mind Blade functions as a normal sword of its kind. So that's interesting. They thought about that. Only one creature can attune to it, either a specific Mind Flayer or one of its thralls. Interesting. You also do have to flavor that the weapons are like good. It could just like the players might, from their point of view, just think it's like a modified creature stat block. I waited an extra month to break up with someone because she made the best sweet potato pie. You wanted one more pie. I don't know if I've had sweet potato pie now that I'm thinking about it. I must have at some point, but I can't recall. Pumpkin tends to reign supreme amongst the people I've been around and the pies I've been around. I do think that pumpkin is vastly overrated, frankly. But if you put a pumpkin pie in front of me, I'm probably gonna fucking eat it. So, still good. Pecan, very good. Pecan's very sweet. Probably one of my favorite pies. It's got the nuttiness. Very sweet. I like it. I gotta drink water, though, at the same time, because it is so much pie. Alright, so we like... Excuse me. We like the Sahuagin Baron Thralls. Do I have a Baron... I know we've used them before. Let's just search Sahuagin. Nope, that's... I misspelled it. How many times have we used Sahuagin in this campaign? Sahuagin... Oh, interesting. Oh, no, there's a mutant Sahuagin Baron and a regular Sahuagin Baron and a Sahuagin Baron Thrall. Okay, so you've already... I got the stat block. By the way, I'm getting over a head gold. That's fun. Ugh. God. You too can be much sicker if you have a toddler attending preschool. I find that all your dreams of being more ill more often will be met. Okay, weird. This has some of the... This has the Mind Blade Greatsword in there, but does not have the defensive part in there. So we'll have to add that. Are these dudes just chilling in the chamber? I guess so. So like the doors are here, but it's kind of awkward. I guess once the players open the doors and they attack. So, since that's a separate stat block, we can just... Oh no, it does say Mutant Sahuagin Baron Thrall, so maybe it's this one. It is this one, okay. So let's just use that then. Let's use that stat block. No, they're not mutants. Whatever. We call them armored, maybe? Armored Sahuagin Baron Thrall? I don't know. Alright, but I like it. We'll use those. 2 of those. High-powered guys as guards. We'll keep that. Can we roll for hit points here? Can. If one of the thralls dies, either head to the door to area 42A, then through area 43 into 44, where it attempts to sound the alarm in area 44. Okay. The corridor marked 42A is trapped with a gas trap. In addition to the doors locking, a panel slides across the southern wall, blocking off the chamber beyond. Okay, but didn't the thrall just run in there? Heads to the door to area 42A. Oh, you head to the door. Okay, so you specifically go in here. And not towards the... Yeah, because that's a roundabout way to go. What a stupid... Because the straight shot is here. You're just like begging somebody to walk in here and get trapped versus having to go through this whole little corridor. Huh. Okay. What is the gas trap? Illithid layer. This is the illithid layer. Gas trap. Several areas of the layer are trapped. Carry the passive perception score of 20 or higher. Notice pressure plates on the floor. Stepping on a pressure plate triggers the trap. All doors slam shut and lock as poisonous gas fills the room. I wonder which room that is. 42A. This is kind of a big room. Not really doors to slam shut. Trap activates when a creature starts to turn the room. It must take a DC 20 con save, taking 40-10 poison damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful save. The gas lingers for 10 minutes or until the door is opened. So it's a complex, like, initiative-style trap. Where it happens, like, every round. Yeah, when a creature starts its turn in the room. Okay, it's still kind of an awkward room to do that in. You think like a gas trap needs to be, like, a very, like, specific, like, room you're walking into, not, like, just a hallways and corridors. Huh. Half a turkey left over. That's way too much. I've had multiple turkey sandwiches, and I finally used the last of it. My dogs and cat were very happy. This was the last turkey day. I mean, they were sad about that, but they were happy because that means they got to eat, like, the scraps. I didn't give them too much, but they were very happy. All right, well, I like the gas trap. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward spot. I feel like there should be a door here. That would kind of solve a lot of problems. Huh. Because I don't think there is on the original one. And it just says that it's a hallway trap. Yeah, it's just open. It's just weird that it says, like, gas pumps in and then the door is slammed shut. It's like gas is pumping in all over this, like, these two rooms? I don't quite get that part. Maybe that's part of the trap, is like a thing comes down and traps them here. But there's still a long hallway here. It's just, I don't like this for a gas trap. I can't really wrap my head around it. 43, pneumatic hallway. Mind flares just engages the room with two scrag thralls. Trolls with a 30-foot swim speed. They have troll thralls? Trolls are pretty fucking strong, yeah. AC 15. Average hit points of 84 with triple attack. Okay. Scrag does not have token art, unfortunately. Are we gonna have to use just troll? Is there aquatic troll? Is that a token I can use? Troll King, Dire Troll, Troll Guard, Venom Troll, Cavern Troll, Rot Troll, Spirit Troll, Dire Troll, War Troll, Ice Troll, Venom Troll, Cave Troll, Moss Troll. My goodness. Lake Troll. Okay. That looks like a promising token art we can do. Gutter Troll, Desert Troll, Tumor Troll, Two-Headed Troll, Mountain Troll. A lot of fucking trolls. I'm thinking this is our best shot with the lake troll. Troll comma lake. Just for the token. I'm checking out the stat block though, just in case. Yeah, it's a little strong. CR7. If I just want token, can I find it here? Search Troll Lake. No, I can't. Okay. So I just need the token. That's fine. Change the element they're vulnerable to. It's usually... Wow, these guys don't actually have any vulnerabilities, do they? Or sorry, this is the sexy troll lake. We're not using the troll lake. Lake troll. We're not using any of that. We're using the scrag, which is just regular troll. Aquatic regeneration. Scrag regains 10 hit points at the start of its turn is fully submerged in water if it takes acid or fire damage, which I think is a normal troll. Trait doesn't function at the start of the Scrag's next turn. So it's actually a little bit worse than a regular troll then, right? Regular troll, I think straight up just regains hit points, doesn't have to be fully submerged in water. So a little less powerful without the constant regeneration, because these guys are not underwater. This is not an underwater thing. This is regular ass dungeon, kind of. Scrag. BCAC. Is it 15? Sure. It's average of points of 84. Okay. Make sure that you're going the right way with all your token stuff. Character sheet stuff. Okay. So we've got 2 minions, which are very beefy. And a Mind Flare, which... Players going to have to fight quite a number of just regular ass Mind Flayers. I guess that should be expected here, and they should be expected to take them out. Especially then, since I generally nerfed the Mind Flayer blast ability to where it only lasts like a turn. Which is a pretty big nerf, but I just hate abilities that lock players down. They haven't actually fought a regular one though, have they? They've only gone against the named ones. Maybe we'll put you back here. Vulnerable to cold? I don't think shouldn't be vulnerable to cold though if they're used to being in the water. Also, I'm not even sure my players would metagame knowing the troll knowledge too much. I don't think we've actually faced very many trolls in amongst all our campaigns, which is weird because it seems like a fairly common monster. Yeah, be stunned until the end of their next turn. So I've done it with the Mind Flayers. Versus being stunned for 1 minute, which means it's only worth them doing if they can get a bunch of people in it. But I mean, it still does damage too. Although if they make the save, nothing happens, which is interesting. So there's no need to repeat the save or any of that. Just be a 1-turn stun. But still worth doing because of the damage and just the potential to knock. I mean, the action economy works in my favor as long as the Mind Flayer's got... Actually, it's really always worth doing for the Mind Flayer, I think. Versus its other actions. Dominate Monster also being a fun one to do. Alright, so Mind Flayer. Generic Mind Flayer stat block is set up as well. The pipes provide several functions, keeping the air fresh, providing poison for gas traps, fuel for fire source, and removal of waste fluids from laboratories. A creature misses a melee attack within 5 feet of the walls, must succeed a DC 15 dex save, hitting and destroying a pipe on a failed save. That's fun. Pipes might also be destroyed by certain spell effects at the DM discretion. Oh, and it's a D6 table of, like, catastrophes if somebody hits a pipe. Ooh, I like that idea. That's really fun. Adds a little bit of chaos to the battle. Pie. Smoke, reducing visibility, poison gas, enervating gas, all strength and dexterity checks made in the room of disadvantage. Waste lubricant, falling prone. Mutative gas fills the room. Each room has a DC 20 con save. We're on the mutations table. Oh, geez. I don't know about that. You get a sudden mutation. Okay, so that's fun. $44. The DC for the door lock on this room is 28. Jesus. The DC for entering using a strength check is 35. Oh my goodness, that is a major locked door. So we could put the brain back here. Because, damn. How are they supposed to get in here then? DC 28? Somebody have a key they can get? Quality on the control panel, we interpret in the same way as a quality door lock. Creatures using the control may state the following. So it's another DC to actually look at the control panel once you've made it into this room. Holy crap. Full detoxification. Poison gas fills every room in the Illithid layer. Ha! Wow. That feels very video gamey though. You like make it to the control room and you're like, here's a bunch of options you can do. And one of them is just like hit all the enemies around with poison gas. God, I have to calculate like how much damage would that do. All quality door locks in the area unlock. All quality door locks in the layer swing shut and lock. The DC to open using a strength check increases to 35. Blaring siren echoes throughout the layer. Any mind flares in converts the room. You know what'd be funny is because there's all these different options. If somebody doesn't make the check properly, you can still have them press one of these buttons. They just have no idea what the fuck it does. So you'd be like, roll a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll a d6 and re-roll a 6 or something. And then that determines what the hell option you get. Jar check and outline of the dungeons appear on the glass panel. Intact jars appear as white dots. Destroyed jars as red dots. Fact is locate object spell. Interesting. So that's the only one that I may need to replace because the party basically already has that information that I've given them through the severed head thing. So they technically don't need... I mean, I guess I could say this is how like they're getting the information also. So the party doesn't necessarily need it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't need to be here for storytelling purposes. It makes sense that the mind flayers have tabs and all that stuff too. And I guess they can get like triple confirmation about that. Oh, it even says at the end, characters who attempt to use the panel without understanding it set off one random effect. I literally just fucking said that should be the case. Amazing. 45, generator rooms. Pistons of strange metal pump alongside whirring blocks that fill this chamber. These rooms contain psionic generators that provide power for the layer. They can be destroyed. AC 19, 50 hit points, blah, 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 blah. Followed by a successful DC 20 dex check using thieves' tools. Destroying or deactivating both generators plunges the layer into darkness and unlocks all quality door locks. Okay. Almost like a heist situation here. If a single generator takes 65 or more damage in a single turn, it explodes. Each creature in a 50-foot radius sphere. Oh my goodness. 50-foot radius sphere. Okay. That is essentially that entire 44, 45, and 46 rooms. Takes 18d10 force damage. It's an average of 99. With a half save, and the dex half save. The explosion is powerful enough to destroy the walls of the layer. If both generators are destroyed simultaneously, a portal to the astral plane rips through the fabric of reality. A creature can assume this information by succeeding a DC 20 intelligence check while examining the machines. The portal leads to the fractured hand on the astral plane, which is the weird, like, final area the party could go. Literally to do, like, the very final Elder Brain battle. which I don't know if that's super necessary. I like the explosion part of it, not the fabric of reality part. That's a little crazy. So the whole point is just this is your energy generators, and the party can fuck them if they want to. Retriever Workshop. Atop the desk is a spider-like construct of iridescent black metal. Construct on the desk is a retriever that was forgotten by the drow. Lugsgrigal found the construct and repaired it, adapting it to obey only to their commands. The characters have already encountered Lugsgrigal. The retriever is no longer here. It is tracking the characters. What kind of stat block is that? Retriever. So what does it say? A spider-like construct. To prowl the abyss and capture demons that out and enslave using their rituals. Interesting. I wonder if this is based on a stat block. It's got Faultless Tracker, which is like having a Revenant type situation, I think. Innate spellcasting is Wisdom, has Plane Shift, and Web. Good lord. Has a Constitution of 20, a Strength of 22, Speed of 40, Climb of 40, AC of 19, average hit points of a 210. Retriever makes 2 4-leg attacks and uses its Force or Paralyzing Beam if available. This is a fucking mini-boss. Maybe not even a mini. It's a CR14. This is a straight-up boss fight. What? Oh, the construct on the desk. It's a large construct, though. It's just chilling on the desk. It's bizarre. Yeah, this seems like a spot I agree with you, AZ Fishhead, that maybe this is where the brain should be. It's a weird like workshop where like the only thing of note here is the fact that there's this boss level construct just chilling here. But Lucergal isn't even here. I guess I need to figure out where he is. Where she is? I don't know this character. There's one of the Mind Flayer attendants, I think. The infusion of Psionics and technology. We have a Psionic suit. And apparently built a really powerful... Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know if we'll use that, because that seems like it just came out of nowhere, having this, like, fucking spider robot built by the drow that the Mind Flayers are employing. That seems kind of odd. So, possible easy location for the brain, because it's clearly behind a very difficult locked door. It's in the control panel room with the generators, and they would have to bare minimum fight this battle with a Mind Flayer and a pair of trolls. So that seems like a good spot to put it at. I'll put that door correctly. There we go. 47 is a prison. 4 7-foot cubes created by a sonic wall of force effect. Cells can be opened and closed individually using the control panel, which can be understood like a Qualith door lock. Man, they're really going to rely on Solver to be able to interpret all the things in here. Each prison cell contains a mutated creature. Oh boy. A skeletal Triton veteran. Mind Flayers repeatedly experiment on her, reducing her weight as low as possible, keeping her alive. She accompanies the rescuers and can fight if given a weapon. Okay. So maybe another... It'd be like akin to the Tritons they already had, though, but definitely a higher stat block. A Triton veteran, another Triton veteran, with sprouted horns all over her body. She was kidnapped in the same manner as Valerian. Make slam attacks. Those Mind Flayers kidnapped a Triton spellcaster at the same time as her. The spellcaster was killed and their brain stored in a strange jar from elsewhere in the dungeon. Okay, that's a little bit of interesting storytelling, I guess. Maybe they were part of a Triton exploring entourage. They got attacked and She knows the spellcaster was taken. Kind of adds a little bit of context to the fact that the brains aren't like these evil things. They're just like, we're people once. Unfortunately, we're turned into these horrific things. Mutated marrow with pincers and frenzied eyes. Its claw attacks deal extra damage and grapple the target. They're all still in prison, though. Like, you can't... Yeah, I guess you can choose to open them individually if you want. But I guess I like the idea that some of them can be allies. Getting veterans... Yeah, veterans are pretty powerful. Although it'd be up to the party to outfit them because they wouldn't have any weapons or armor. But they have about 50 hit points. These were just people once. Yeah, that's true. A mutated clone of Borges? Like literally a clone, or just use another one of his, whatever the fuck species he's supposed to be? What are you, Borges? Nobody knows. The final cell contains a humanoid mutated beyond recognition. Its eyes extend from its head on stalks, next been turned into a tentacle, arms and legs have been replaced with insectoid limbs, and its mouth turned into a beak. Poor creature barely move. Any who look upon it must succeed on a DC 20 charisma saving throw. Well, everybody's looking upon it. It's the first thing you see when you open the door of these stupid prison cells. Put a gibbering mouther in there. I haven't used a gibbering mouther yet. Of course, nobody's going to open a cell if there's a gibbering mouther in there. And be like, what the fuck is this? We gotta talk to this thing. Oh no, it's gibbering. So, good opportunity for possible allies, possible battles. I don't know. I'm conflicted about using the Triton. We literally just got rid of our Triton allies a few sessions ago, and yet you're like, oh, or here's like stronger Tritons. But it would also make sense that they would be imprisoning, at least down here, because any prisoners up there, well, I guess they could have been sent down here. I think if they just had like regular ass humans who were mutated. Or yeah, we could think about who in the story would make sense. It would be really dark if it's like, oh, it's just your same Tritons, they never actually made it. That'd be pretty fucked up of me. It would be like, oh, really? We have to rescue your dumbasses again? You guys actually didn't escape. Instead, you got captured here. In which case, they would have only been captured for like, barely a day or something. Because not that much time has passed. So that's the kind of fakiest part of it all. I guess this area is supposed to be lit, too. There's lights everywhere. Does it talk about illumination? The entire layer is well lit by glowing crystals built into the walls. Powered by the generators. Okay. So we need to add some lighting to this area. Some control V's. Lights. Everybody gets lights. This room's oddly not lit up for some reason. At least doesn't have the crystal looking things. Adding more lights. Doing this all now so I don't forget. Alright, I've followed the map accordingly and added. Whoops. Alright. back to the token there. All right, so that was 47. Yeah, so prisoners, possible situation there. I can't think of any good ideas other than what the book has, so we'll keep that for now. 48 is the Ascension Room. Hole in the ceiling allows access to the level above. The chamber is guarded by a mutant dire scrag thrall. I guess that's tougher than a regular scrag. It sure is. It's just bigger. Whirlwind of claws. Yeah, it's just a bigger fucking version. Okay, well, let's just use the same token, but make it bigger. And we'll take you, and we'll just go dirt, 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 dirt. Ooh, you are much bigger. And you are a what is it, a mutant dire scrag? How many adjectives can we add? Yep. Mutant dire scrag, which still has an AC of 15, but has twice the hit points. And makes 5 attacks, 1 with its bite and 4 with its claws. And does have the straight up regular regen of 10 hit points start of the turn. It's a boss level troll. When you're this level, you can just use trolls as regular ass fights, I guess. Provides access to area. Oh, right. So this is the one that actually goes to the second floor. That's right. The one that actually goes to the ruins is out here in the lower right. So maybe it's just like the troll's nest up there. So there's no map, but it like descends down. Does he have any intelligence? 9, language giant. Yes, it's pretty. I mean, I'll check and see what I can condense from the second floor without actually using that map, I think. 49, torture chamber. Strapped to something resembling a glass throne is a humanoid corpse whose insides are mostly outside. A robed figure is carefully dissecting the exposed organs. A single mind flare performs the autopsy, part of the research initiated by Thelios. To further understand native humanoids, uses its mind blast, then flees the chamber looking for thralls to guard it. Well, who's the dude in the chair then? You gave me all that tease and then it's just a fight? Glass throne is humanoid, his insides are mostly outside. Carefully dissecting the exposed organs. Huh. Okay, so there's another random mind player in there. Seems disappointing. Slightly. 50, mold lab. It's just empty room. Sour smelling mold fed to mind flare captives grow on the shelves. There are 20 rations in total. Gross. So that's the entire eastern half, minus the upstairs part. And then if they go the other side from the main chamber, 51 is a trapped hallway, which has the gas. Now, this makes sense for a gas. Oh, kind of. It goes into the hallway, though. 3 pressure plates linked to a gas trap in this room. So as soon as you make your way in, the doors slam shut, and then the gas starts pumping in. Although if the doors slam shut, wasn't that part of the gas trap thing? All doors slam shut and lock. Okay, but you don't say how they unlock them. Because if you lock the door, then the party's going to want to try to unlock the door to escape the poisonous glass catastrophe, poison gas trap that they have found themselves in. Does not say what DC the locked door is, though. That's a bit of an oversight. 52 is another entrance to the second story. What I could mainly do is just connect them maybe via a tunnel at the very least. That maybe could be interesting. So just let the party go up into the tunnel and go in and out the other side or something. Almost like it's a secret passage. But unfortunately visible on the map because you can clearly see it. But we may have to look up the second layer and see what's going on up there. Alright, 53 has one of the boss level mind flayers. Luz Grigal. The Iron Man of the group. Working on the psionic suit. Intruders enter. They enter the suit as an action and cyclically call the Retriever from Area 46 to assist. It arrives in 4 rounds, which that thing, we just looked at that stat block, was ridiculous. Like a fucking Spider-Man villain or something. There's a paralyzing beam. 2 4-legs attacks. But if it comes from 46, that's so awkward. Why is it kept so far away from the dude? I feel like it should be in this room. What is this psionic suit? A large suit of plate armor weighing 250 pounds. So this is like the Bioshock like diving suit. Once inside, the pilot can operate the suit through thought. The suit has 2 attack options, both of which require an action. Make 2 gauntlet attacks with a bonus to the attack roll equal to the pilot's intelligence score, dealing 2d10 plus the pilot's intelligence score bludgeoning damage on a hit. The suit can forgo the damage to grapple a target. Or attempt to explode a creature's brain. One creature the pilot can see within 60 feet must succeed an intelligence saving throw. The DC equals 10 plus the pilot's intelligence modifier. The target takes 5d10 psychic damage. Any ability check or saving throw made by the suit has a bonus equal to the pilot's intelligence score. Is this something the party can get their hands on? Because it sure fucking feels like it. It like scales off your intelligence in every way. It also gives you a flying speed. No, sorry, it's not an item. It's a large object. The psionic suit is a large object that has an armor class of 20 and its own hit points. Fuck. Okay, that's interesting. So the idea more is that the party will have to destroy this thing, I guess. But if it's 200 hit points, that like doubles this guy's hit points then effectively, right? Can they target him while he's in the suit? The suit has a hatch at the rear through which one creature can enter using an action. Can you open said hatch and just drag the other creature out? Because no doubt my player's going to try to do that. Yeah, the payloader. To get away from her, you bitch mobile. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not something the players would expect finding a mind flayer. It's like, oh, fuck, it's in like a mech suit. But I guess gotta make sure... Oh, fuck, no, it says literally... Eric, you gotta fucking keep reading. This is like 3 times it's happened this session where I just say something and then I read it and it immediately becomes like, oh, yeah. It says the psionic suit can be taken if Luz Grigal dies. But... I guess you still gotta figure out if they're damaging the suit or damaging the mind flayer within. Kang, yeah. Not King from Marvel, but King from Ninja Turtles. I understood exactly what you meant when you said that, but it's funny that folks now would uh, equate Kang to Marvel. This room is also full of loot. So this is a major freaking boss fight here. So this would be the other location you could put the brain. I gotta stop eating that pie. Make my throat tickle. I'm gonna cough. Sorry, I'm busy not dying here trying to unsnot myself. Ugh. Thought I was getting over it, but late night streaming rears its ugly head. Not even late night. Is it Krang? Is that what I'm thinking of? Kang. I voted for. Yeah, there you go. Kang and Kodos. A brain in a in a jar in a mech suit. A brain in a jar in a mech suit. In a jet. In a vat of mayonnaise. I mean, I'll probably still use it. The mechanics get a little wonky. I guess when they come in, I can do some. It's a weird location for a boss fight. It's like a side room. They could easily skip this whole room and not even fuck with this boss fight. But I guess there's loot in here. Mind Blade Longsword, to which any creature can attune, a Shield of Farsight, a Ring of Spell Storing, and a Wand of Lightning Bolts. That is a hell of a lot of loot right there. But it should be a pretty gnarly boss fight as well, especially if I move the spider construct thing, which was already insane, into this room. Which I don't necessarily want to do that because he's already the boss fight, and that would kind of make the other thing the boss fight. But unfortunately, if they do fight it here, if they fight Luzgrigal here, they fight them alone. There's no minions or anything nearby that I can tell. So that would be a bummer, unless we put some kind of little construct minions. I'm sure we could come up with something. But if it's got the psionic suit, then it's got like double the hit points effectively. More than double, actually. The base stat block only had like 70 something hit points. Yeah. And then yeah, but if it's operating the suit, then they can't actually use their own actions. They're using the suit's actions, which they're either just doing basic attacks, which kind of nerfs the Mind Flayer quite a bit, right? Like, it's not using any of its spells then. I guess you could turn on one of its spells first. Well, I think regardless if they fight this Mind Flayer battle, the Attendant, which is one of the big boss ones here, then it should have fucking legendary actions or something. Yeah, warp the Mind Flayer out of the suit. Well, or if it's got a giant, like, I'm literally picturing, like the Fallout series, right? That was a huge part of the Fallout series. Is the dude had the fuck, now I can't think of it, power armor, which impressive as hell. They were like, yeah, we're gonna do power armor. We're gonna do a lot of power armor in that series. But it was a whole thing where like you could get into it from the back, and they had a little hatch wheel and all this little shit. Like, I'm literally picturing that. Where I'm sure somebody like Mac especially would just run over there and like, yeah, I'm just gonna spend my actions like wrenching this thing open and getting this guy out of the suit, because fuck that, we're not fighting this thing in a suit. So that kind of makes it a bit nullified. It can fly, but I don't foresee this room being very big. And just doing 2 basic attacks that deal 2d10 plus, what is it, 2d10 plus 5, which is good. I guess that's equivalent to it's using its melee tentacle attack. Except it can do it twice. Or do, what is that, exploding the brain is 5d10 psychic damage. That's about equal to a Mind Blast, I think. Mind Blast is 4d8 plus 5. I don't know how that maths out. Actually, yeah, it does. It says here 5d10 is actually more than that. But it isn't stun. It's just a, but it's only one. It's only one creature though. One creature the pilot can see within 60 feet. Must succeed an intelligence saving throw. Although it does do half damage on a save at least. Or just say that it has no lock, like it just like entered the suit and there's no like giant hatch or thing behind it. It entered it with mental commands. And there's no way to do that. You just have to fight and kill it. It's like, no players, you're fighting this boss fight, goddammit. Stop being clever. Just fight the boss fight. But if I did run this boss fight, I would have this be its normal actions and then also give it legendary actions, basically probably pulled from its stat block, which is probably like just casting different spells. Mind Lash. What's it have? Dominate monsters, fear, major image, confusion, command. Those are all solid abilities. But yeah, I would probably just treat it as like it gains like a shield of 200 hit points that the players have to get through. An armor class of 20 as long as it has those 200 hit points and it's still in the armor. And then a damage immunity to poison and psychic. And a flying speed. And then once they whittle down that many hit points, which won't take the party too much if it's by itself, then it loses the armor, and then it actually becomes kind of anticlimactic, probably, unless maybe the armor explodes. Maybe the armor explodes. You don't really need to give them a fucking psionic suit, right? That's kind of crazy. Interesting. So that's another possibility, is we put the brain in this room and that forces this boss fight. Right? That's like the way to motivate them to get to this particular room. So I could put it in there. I feel like if they retrieve the brain or destroy it, which is what they're trying to do, especially in here, that should like activate an alert. The Elder Brain should be sending out like, hey, we feel that one of the connections is severed. You need to fucking send people to this general location. Then the party should have to deal with the denizens. So I guess that's the other thing I could do, is if I move the Abjuration Brain to room 46 up here, kind of this workshop room that's hidden behind the locked door and everything, then once they take that brain out and they kind of leave or start to leave this area, I can do like a scene where it's like they're definitely aggro like the rest of this area, and then I can kind of force that Mind Flayer Psionic fight battle, maybe like an Area 42 back at the entrance or something, as a way of like, hey, you did the thing, but now you have to fight the boss fight here. So that could be another idea, because you hate to miss out on the boss fights. You really do. Especially because I'm looking for one of those moments, and then hopefully try and come up with an excuse for the party to be able to long rest again, and then let them level up one last time before the end of the campaign. I'm looking somewhere around, if there's 4 brains they got to deactivate, and then do, a final boss fight sequence or something, then maybe somewhere around brain 2 or 3, 4 obviously at the very latest, to give them a chance to long rest and level up. I don't know how or when I'm going to be able to do that, because I still don't even know the order in which they're going to do all the brains. But that's something I'm thinking about. Uh, 54 has 2 Commoner Thralls and 3 Swagan Raider Thralls resting on the beds. They attack any intruders. This room also provides access to Area 83 via a hole in the ceiling. Damn, a lot of those second floor areas. 55 has a gas trap. Now that's a room where you can have a gas trap. Very small room with noticeable doors nearby. Training facility in 56. Oh wow, it's like a danger room. Combat training facility was designed by Los Grudal. The facility pitches the training against animated constructs, which makes them dodge jets of flame erupting on the floor and spinning blades which scythe through the room. Wow. Use helmed horror statistics with the following changes. Jeez. Okay, this is a terrible, terrible room, and then nothing good is in this room. It's just all bad. It's the danger room of death. Corridor of the Conquered. Player appears at great series of behind them. Huh. The reason the wall contains a plate and a panel. If a creature's head or brain is placed off the panel will be used to access. Oh, this is the one we're talking about where it's like, yeah, it can be used as kind of the brain recording device that we did earlier. Okay. So we can keep the flavor text part of it, but we don't need to have the memories thing necessarily. 58 is Ascarle, which is the fourth and final of the Mind Flayer attendants, I believe. Because we fought, I forget the name. We killed one of them back in the styes. We just took out one of them in Purple Rocks, posing as the Deep Lord. And then Luzregal is the third, and then this one, Ascarle, is the fourth. So none of them are actually with the Elder Brain then, I guess. Or within the Elder Brain chambers. I thought one of them was in there. Instead, I guess they're all in this area. Communing with the still living brains of their foes. Just chilling. I may move that one. I don't know. How weird. It's just like nothing but skulls everywhere. It's like the Predator 2. The end of Predator 2. Sees a bunch of the cool skulls of other alien creatures. That's kind of a neat flavor text thing to put in there too. Weapon collection. Another DC locked door. Is a flame tongue, a giant slayer great axe, and a scimitar of speed. And a +3 glaive. Jesus. Perry, you went crazy when it came to the freaking loot in this game. I swear to goodness. That is nuts. It's like, fuck it, at this level, you guys can have everything. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I already gave them a scimitar of speed, and they kind of already have a giant slayer, which that's the other cool thing is that Chris's what's his Gottwald's what is it, the Iron Hand sword, I think, is the one that has like this is a giant slayer sword, which will work against the trolls. So I'll be feeling very good about that. But that is an insane amount of loot. So that is the Illithid layer in a nutshell. It's actually not crawling with enemies, surprisingly. At least this first floor is not. You've got the Sahuagin Baron Thralls as guards. The one room in 43, which is the Mind Flayer and the two trolls. And then kind of the giant troll. And the other Mind Flayer in 48 and 49. And then basically just the boss Mind Flayer attendant in 53. And I think there were some like just commoner thralls, I guess. And then the other Mind Flayer in 58. But I'm not sure if I actually want to keep him there, move him into the Elder Brain chambers, and actually just separate the Mind Flayer bosses a little bit more. It has been a fast hour. My goodness. Yeah, I can't eat the rest of this pie either. It's too much. It's too much pie. I think that's going to do an official end to the Thanksgiving leftovers, an official end to this crafting stream. Thank you all for joining me, and as always, if you enjoyed the content, please check out patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shout out to platinum patrons Joe Will, Thomas Stan, Brennan, Zen, Cedric, Lexic, Roll, Plural, Christopher, Corey, Big Nut, John F. John L, Nathan, Chris Lake, Counselor, Andrew, The Reldrin, Stephanie, Jason, Ismail, Ahmet, Libby's Buds, Warden, Harold, Unimonia, LLC, Tom, AJ, They're Eating the Dogs, Caleb, Nicholas, Marcus, and Howard. And at Gold Patrons, RPG, Paper Guys, Pretty Boy, Annie Yuma, Desert Lounge, Jerome, Nathan Vasicators, Scott Reffus, Jerry, Glenn, and Mark. Thank you all very much for your support. I will see you all for crafting on Thursday.